So as is customary, I'm saying, fuck the New York Jets. Yes, fuck them. He asked me, the real tragedy in 9/11 was the wrong Jets went down. There we go. Slowly get into the darker sense of humor. Alright everyone, this next comic, he's definitely a feature around here in the South Florida comedy scene. He does a little bit of didgeridoo-doos and didgeridoo-don'ts. Ladies and gentlemen, he's coming from the rest of there. Give a warm round of applause for Jason Wool.
Thank you, John. Thank you, Alex, for having us here at Weiner Brewery. I'll let Alex tell you guys a little bit about his brewery in a minute. He has a wonderful little establishment here, and I'm glad to see everybody's turned out tonight, making this a successful, hopefully, every Thursday open mic night here. So thank you, Alex, for having all of us. So, yes, my name is Jason. Sorry to disappoint you if you thought Adam Sandler was coming tonight. I know people say I look like Adam Sandler, but I'm not him. Maybe I'm the bastard in the family if him and his mom got together and said, hey, what do we got here? I'm kind of more like Adam's before picture, I guess. Before he did meth, got fat, old. So, yes, my name is Jason. I was born actually on Friday the 13th. I know, my parents fucked me right from the get-go. They said, are we pushing out a tax deduction and an omen at the same time? And yeah, that's me and Jason. So, I realized recently that I'm originally from Philadelphia, but I can't really call myself a true Philadelphian anymore. That I've lived here in Florida so long that I actually consider myself a true Floridian, or at least I'm starting to become a true Floridian. And you know how I noticed this? I noticed this because I will eat the shit out of some alligator. I mean, alligator is amazing, right? I will eat alligator, but I won't eat ass. So I guess that makes me a Floridian, right? So down here in Miami, have you guys seen the neon letters on State Road 7? There's a big building. It says, I see myself in you. Have you guys seen that? It's over there on State Road 7, like 20th. There's no other branding on the building or anything. It just has big neon letters and it says, I see myself in you. And every time I drive by, I'm like, what is this place? Like the Women's Rape Center or something? I'm like, oh, I don't know. Hopefully one day maybe I'll find out. But the other day I was actually at the animal shelter and I was looking for a dog. And I was like, oh, this one's cute. This one hopefully won't shit on my floor. This one hopefully maybe I won't have to clean up after. Maybe this one will lick me sometimes. And I was like, yeah, maybe I won't get a dog today. Let me think about it. So as I'm leaving the animal shelter, I pull out of the parking lot. And as I pull out of the parking lot, I look next door and I'm like, wait, that's the women's shelter. Can I go in there and pick out a dog? Or a woman, I should say, kind of like I pick out a dog in the animal shelter. Maybe she'll clean up after me. Hopefully she doesn't shit on my floor. So, when I was a kid, I can't say I was too smart for my own good. I can't say I was too dumb kind of thing. I was just one of those kids that took English language kind of literally. And when I first heard about the Jehovah's Witnesses, I was like, what did they witness? I'm like, a bad plane crash, a train crash. I'm like, what did these people witness that they're so fucked up that once a week they literally have to go to somewhere and be like, hey, we got post-traumatic stress syndrome, we're fucked up, let's have a meeting. Well, I didn't realize the meeting was going to church and Jehovah was God. Oops. Shit happens. Imagine what I thought the Salvation Army was. I thought the Salvation Army was a bunch of guys dressed up with Bibles running down the street singing hymns. I didn't know. That's kind of like the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. I originally thought it was the National Association Against Colored People. Oops, what did I know? The worst was the difference between a creamery, which my mom kept telling me was where you get ice cream, and a crematorium. And every time my mom explained it to me, I was like, creamery, crematorium, that's where they kill people. I'm like, I just kept imagining Auschwitz with sprinkles. I was like, oops. So, living down here in Miami, I realized that Jesus can go both ways. And I don't mean both ways like gay or straight. I mean both ways by his pronunciation. And I mean that like Jesus or Jesus. And I realized that because if it's all holy, it's Jesus. If it's holy shit, it's Jesus. If it's all beautiful, died on the cross, literally nailed it, that's Jesus. If he shows up 6 hours late, carrying a 6-pack of Medela, ripped jeans, smells like weed, wants to get paid under the table, that's Jesus. Jesus, exactly. If he walked on water, that was Jesus. If all of a sudden you hear something walking on your roof at 3 a.m. naked, screaming, "Where's my weed?" That's Jesus. If all of a sudden you walk in your house and your grandmother's sitting there crying, clutching her pearls, she's praying to Jesus. If all of a sudden you walk in your house and you hear, and your girlfriend's screaming a name, she's going, "Jesus!" She's getting banged by Jesus. Last one for you guys here is, if all of a sudden you open up your front door and a guy runs in and hides underneath your bed, and the next thing you know, ICE comes knocking at your door, that's Jesus hiding and praying ICE doesn't catch him. It's a Jesus. Oh, let's see, what else do I have here for you guys? So, recently, I was craving some shepherd's pie, and I realized I'm a decent cook, but I'm not a shepherd. So now I own a flock of sheep, and I'm still fucking hungry.
Yeah, God knew you left. We're like 3 rings ago.
You know why the Polish Navy has glass bottom boats? To see the old Polish Navy. But anyway, so let's see what else I have here for you guys. Al, you were actually talking about the OnlyFans girls and the girls seeing their toes and everything and selling their toes. The other day I was watching the news and this girl, she realized that, you know how you go up and you do DoorDash or OnlyFans, and she realized that if you give a picture with her shoes or her feet next to it and she's wearing flip-flops, then she gets more of a tip. I'm like, oh, I guess tomorrow I have a pedicure scheduled before I go do DoorDash. I'm going to go get some flip-flops. All right, I'm getting the light. I got one more quick one here for you guys. Have you guys seen the arches they're building down here in Miami? These crazy fucking arches.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, these arches, I don't know if you guys realize this or not, but they're trying to emulate the St. Louis arches, okay? But St. Louis is the gateway to the West. You know that? What are they trying to do down here? Make the gateway to Cocaineville? But then not only that, I can't make this up. The architect that's doing that, these arches down here, you know what his name is? His name is Donald McDonald.
No way.
So not only are we getting giant cocaine arches, we're getting Ronald Donald, whatever you want to call it, arches. And they're emulating St. Louis. To me, this makes no sense to me. So all I gotta say is, on that note, ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm snorting it. Thank you guys, Alex, everybody for having me today. Have a good night, and thank you for my time.